Car is still here and working well. Got my good old sunshade in there and everything. A neighbor of my mom's has left for a few months to go up north to visit their family, so she left her car here with my mom. She had no other place to put it except out in the public parking lot, so she didn't want to do that. So my mom's got a blanket over it. I got some heavy-duty magnets from Skycraft to help hold that down, and that won't move. That is hard to get off of there. So that helps keep the blanket down. Oh, I was going to show you one of the cats, but I see the cat's moved. Well, let's go in for a minute, and I'll show you how I got everything packed up in the back of the house here. Jeez, I got everything. This is my old Polaroid camera from my collection, and for the time being, all of my camera collection is just on this table here that's inside this Florida room of my mom's. Just folded up and just kind of put anywhere, really no order or not on display by any means. And here is the TIAC tape recorder from Marcos that we were talking about. Boy, it's dark in here, I know. And anyway, oh, there's a big model number right on the front of it there. I didn't notice that before, but I think that's the same thing I said before. Come on, autofocus. There's hardly any light in here. The 3340S. So there's some old tape on there that Marco still has, so I gotta wind that off of there. But this probably looks just like yours. You know, it's got the wood side on it and everything. So here's all my old stuff: paper shredders, some photos, a clock. Here is the satellite dish that'll be going in. So I just left it here still packed. So that will be up on the front of the house before long. So put that out, and all of my junk is, most of it except for the what's in the storage shed, that's in addition to all this, is stacked here in this little Florida room, which is, God, it's about 100 degrees in here at the moment. Yipes. And there's my two fine Radio Shack little low-tech, as they called it, low-tech special effect boxes, which I use. Some Photoshop. There's a bunch of my photos stuff, which are probably melting in this heat. I'm melting in this heat. And there's some old stuff. There's the first black and white video camera that used in the very, very early days. I rescued that. It's going to go into my collection because that's important also. That's that security camera that I used, bought for $99 back in, what was it, 1977, and did those first video letters. Here, as you can see, here's something interesting. This is a time capsule, which I'm going to bury, of course, on New Year's Eve. And actually, I bought this probably about 8 years ago and never did get around to burying the thing. Now I'm glad I didn't. And it's got kind of a little kit, and there's some plastic bag stuff, but it's a big plastic cylinder that, as you can barely see, it looks like a little air cylinder, and it screws together. And I'm gonna put it wrap it in plastic so it's waterproof. And I'm going to fill it. In fact, some digital video will be in there. In fact, maybe you can make a contribution that I can save, just a short 1 minute or so video saying, and I'm going to bury it for 50 years, is my intent with that. So, anyway. You know, some improvement books and everything else, but this is how I've got everything stacked. There's one of my another one of my collages I did for my mom. She had a bunch of old pictures laying around. She didn't know what to do with it, so I made a family collage. Oh, there's including yours truly there. A bathing suit in New Jersey. Pictures of the house before and after. My mom, World War II. Look at all these old things. There I am in a white tux. The house. Construction picture of me. My construction days. And everything. And of course they look like they're three-dimensional. As you can see, you know, there's the shadow there, but of course all those shadows are added in photographically. Those are not sitting up in the air. Those are all flat. So anyway, of course my mom has her previous collages and everything with pictures of the kids and certificates and everything from my dad, which he's had for years. There's the flag that was on my dad's coffin, as a matter of fact. She has a little package there. So it's just a lot of stuff that's just sitting around, tapes and God knows what in here. And got more in the bedroom. Well, this is my setup for now anyway, setup as it may be. This is my mom's 27-inch Toshiba TV, which is here in the living room, which has S connectors, which I didn't even know. And here's two VCRs that I have set up. This is the Optimus, the fine Radio Shack one, which was kind of my main unit. And this is the Philips, which has the quasi Super VHS playback, which I can use to dub stuff. So this is just for straight dubbing, as you can see, just when I have pre-recorded tapes or whatever, so there's really nothing elaborate. This, of course, comes from the outside antenna, so I can do recording off of TV. So this is kind of going to be my main recorder for now. And like I said, this is on. Oh, hey, I got to show you something here. Yeah, let me show you this. This is a picture taken quite a while ago now of myself, and of course Erica next to me, and then Kerry, and then Tara on the right. And Tara, it's amazing. She is now I don't know, 14, 15 years old, and she has certainly changed. There she is on the right. That's the way I remember her. Then I got a picture about 2 months ago of what she looks like now. Okay, and this little girl has now changed into, oops, this little girl. And I couldn't believe it. That doesn't look to me any more like Tara. I can't believe it. But anyway, that's what she looks like now. She looks like her mom. And so that's what she's like now. And of course, this is the high school graduation picture of Erica. So they have all changed. Here's a photo of them about 3 or 4 years ago. There's Tara on the right, Erica in the middle. There's Kerry on the left. That's what they look like about 3 years ago. And I imagine they've all changed by now. Kerry is just like me. It's amazing. Without even being around me, he's just like me. Actually, this picture here is my favorite picture of myself and Tara, taken at Kennedy Space Center 3 years ago. So that's even different than today. Well, we're now here in the bedroom, and this is something else too, that's for sure. Okay, here we go. Okay, here is the familiar computer area, which has got stuff stacked all over the place right now, because I've got a lot going on. Now you can see maybe a little bit better my black keyboard. There's of course, the computer is down here on the floor, getting ready to put a new hard drive in it, which is right there. My desk with a scanner, a Packard printer, and my Epson photo printer. All here. So everything is just kind of all over the place at the moment. So, I mean, I've got some extra programs down there. You recognize that one. And there's the answering machine, which isn't plugged in at the moment, paper cutter. There's the big clock that we had out in the living room out there. It's now in the bedroom. And got a variety of photo junk here. Here is my editing station. I can sit right here on the bed like I'm doing right now. And this is Erica's old 13-inch old manual TV, and here's where I have the Panasonic Super VHS, and I have my Sony disc, compact disc, the CD. Got a few tapes and stuff sitting up there. So as you can see, I was doing some dubbing for wedding video. And this is the video input, which I was just using the straight on input. And then of course down here is my title maker, which I have to take out. And there's my good old sound mixer. There's the VHC camera. There's a bunch of those Jensen 99-cent tapes. I bought a few more. Oops, sorry about the focus. There it goes. Some stuff which is already recorded and finished. Here is that one of those EP 120 tapes, which are also like 99 cents, but of course at EP they're 120, but it's like a T20 I think normally. I opened one of these things up and there was hardly any tapes, but I bought a bunch of them because I can use that for like a 20-minute wedding video demo and everything. There's nowhere I can buy T20 tapes anywhere, so, but these little dollar stores that are around town here and everything, they have tons of these things. So I'm going to be using these for my demo tape. So I bought a bunch of them down here and everything, so we're in good shape here. Nothing else much down there, but anyway, this is it. I got some of my old stuff. There's all my CDs up there. There's my PageMaker program, which I'm going to install once I have the new disc up and running, and of course my old Photoshop, trusty old Photoshop program. Two very expensive programs. Yeesh. But anyway, so oh, here's Tara when she graduated, I don't know, kindergarten or something. This stupid little thing I've had. Oh, I bought this. I bet you like a 1970 or something. This thing is like almost like an old hippie thing, but some old dried flowers. Oops, there's dust. Wait a minute. There we go. Some old dried flowers in a little thing. This thing is tiny, but I've always liked it, and I've managed to hang on to it all these years. There's some pictures of high school and college Kerry back there. So that was taken of Eric and I, gosh, 1980 something. So anyway, but that's my collection as it stands, and I thought I'd give you a quick look at what's in the room and everything. And then I guess we better finish up the meat of this letter because we've only got about 20 minutes left. Okay, here we go.